Straight ahead on 12 News, a local church in shock following the sudden death of its pastor. Plus, General Mills sued. Former employees accuse the company of age discrimination. And later, a small gift that touches the heart. It's the special story of Maple Grove's Carly Valentine. 12 News starts right now. Hello, everyone, and thanks for joining us. I'm Mike Johnson.
And I'm Alexandra Renslow. General Mills is being sued by 14 former employees, accusing the Golden Valley-based company of age discrimination. Eric Nelson joins us now with more.
Yeah, thanks, Alex. The root of this lawsuit dates back to 2012 when General Mills let go of 850 employees. More than 400 of them were 40 or older. The plaintiffs believe age fostered their dismissal. Twin Cities employment lawyer Marshall Tannick says both sides will use statistical analysis to state their case and that General Mills will vigorously contest the charges. This type of litigation sometimes winds up in mediation, but even that is no guarantee.
And many of the cases get dismissed and don't make it to mediation. And some of the cases are, although quite rarely, actually end up in trials. But the trials in these cases are extraordinarily rare. Less than 5% of these cases get actually tried. Many get dismissed, most get settled.
Age discrimination lawsuits are now more common than racial discrimination cases, but age bias is tough to prove and can be costly to both parties. Tannick has a hunch how this will play out.
They'll probably end up with a settlement. These guys are very savvy, sharp lawyers. They've obviously done their homework, and they put these cases together knowing what knowing what's going to happen. And these are a little bit like WWE wrestling matches. They're scripted. They're sort of scripted. You kind of know who the Hulk, what's going to happen to the Hulk at the end of the show.
Now the suit has caught some off guard because General Mills has an outstanding reputation for fairness. Tannick says the company has pioneered age, ethnic, racial, and gender diversity in the workplace. Mike?
All right, thank you. A Robbinsdale man is accused of badly beating a woman inside a Crystal restaurant. The incident happened Tuesday at a Perkins restaurant. According to the criminal complaint, Darren Borders and a woman were eating inside the restaurant when he started punching her in the face. Witnesses say at one point Borders put the woman in a chokehold. The woman was taken to North Memorial to be treated for broken bones and cuts on her face.
The rush is on to beat Sunday's deadline to buy health insurance. Minnesotans without insurance can sign up through MNsure, the state's online exchange. Federal law requires nearly all Americans to have coverage or else face a tax penalty.
A low unemployment rate is a good thing, but business leaders are becoming concerned that worsening labor shortages could hurt their ability to grow. At a Twin West Chamber of Commerce meeting, MnSCU Chancellor Stephen Rosenstone says it's a problem that has to be solved or Minnesota will not be competitive. For one thing, he says it takes educators too long to react to what industry needs.
We need at a minimum real-time data about what the specific skills needed industry by industry are, not data that are even 6 months old. And we need that data in the hands of employers, employer advisory groups, colleges, universities, and I would argue in the hands of high school students.
In addition to retiring baby boomers, demographers expect population growth in Minnesota will slow down in the next few years, making workers even harder to find.
A Brooklyn Park congregation is mourning the loss of their pastor. Todd McMurray has been the pastor of Grace Lutheran Church for almost 5 years. Church officials say they got a call on Wednesday morning telling them that he had died suddenly. He was 45 years old. Pastor McMurray was a horticulturist, Marine, and firefighter before he became a pastor. Members of his congregation say they will miss him greatly.
It doesn't seem right. Why did this, why did the Lord choose to take him home now? He's 45 years old. He's got a son in high school, and a congregation that loves him, and he's, doing an amazing job, and he gets called home.
No word on what caused his death. A private funeral was held today at Fort Snelling. A public service will be held on Monday at 11 o'clock at Grace Lutheran Church. A Brooklyn Park man is adjusting to his new role as a single father of 5 boys.
Mark Newbauer's wife died last weekend after a long battle with cancer. He says his family, friends, and faith will help them through. Here's Cassie Bonstrom.
This was in 2010.
She's no longer with them in person, but 8-year-old Gabriel is constantly surrounded by memories of his mother.
They're both smiling and everything. They have a great smile.
Dozens of photos line the walls of the Newbauer home. Pictures of Barb with her husband, little Gabriel, and her 4 other sons, ages 6 to 16.
How kind she was and how caring.
Barb was such a blessing. She gave so much of herself, you know.
Mark Newbauer now has the task of parenting his 5 boys alone. Amidst his grief, however, he still smiles when he thinks of her selfless spirit.
She's sick, and she put on Facebook that she was sick and not feeling very good, but she asked if anybody needed prayer for anything. She wanted to pray for people, even though she was the one that was dying, you know?
Barb had been privately battling breast cancer for 18 months. She chose to forego chemo and radiation for natural healing methods instead.
It seemed like everything was under control, but it was just like in the last couple weeks where she just started getting a lot of pain.
She passed away last Sunday. Now the community Barb always helped is lining up to give back.
They've been cleaning our house, they've been doing our laundry, just to help us get on our feet.
A friend started a fundraising site to help cover bills.
Because Barb had so much into people, you know, it's like now, you know, her family is reaping the harvest of the seeds that she planted.
In Brooklyn Park, I'm Cassie Bonstrom, 12 News.
If you would like to help the Newbauer family, we will have a link to donate on our website. It's 12.tv.
Up next, a story that will lift your spirit. You will meet a Maple Grove girl who has become known as Carly Valentine.
And then a little bit later in sports, spots in the state meet are on the line at the Section 5 Gymnastics Championships.
But first, hopefully your Valentine will warm you up. This weekend will feel especially frigid.
You husband and wife, and I wish you much happiness always. You may kiss.
This Maple Grove couple was one of 24 to get hitched for free by Hennepin County judges in honor of Valentine's Day. Even though they're marrying on Friday the 13th, these couples are choosing to focus on a memorable anniversary.
No superstition.
No superstition. I think we're good to go.
Yeah.
He'll remember as soon as the Valentine stuff starts coming in the stores that, oh yes, that'll indicate that it's almost time.
Exactly.
Hennepin County judges also provided the music for the ceremonies. Well, how many people are on your Valentine's list?
Chances are it's nowhere near the number that's on one Maple Grove girl's list. Reporter Shannon Slatton introduces us to Carly Glomstad, also known as Carly Valentine.
Start here.
The best leaders.
And again, look at the tags.
No matter what age.
And then you'll come to this side.
Know that to inspire,
what I would like you to do,
you need a bit of clarity.
Count carefully. We don't have any extra.
And a lot of gratitude.
I will be standing at the end of the table. I have a little something for all of you. You may begin.
For 10-year-old Carly Glomstad to play Cupid.
I have this project called Carly Valentine. I pack a bunch of goodie bags and bring them to assisted living homes and some nonprofit daycares and homeless shelters. Thank you for helping.
She inspires those around her.
Thank you so much for helping.
To help.
Carly just wants to bring joy to everybody.
Thank you, Emma.
We really do see the difference that it makes, and so she's really taught us a lot about just giving back as well.
It's called Ruby Valentine and the Sweet Surprise.
A book started it all 7 years ago.
She planned Valentine's Day to perfection.
When Carly wasn't much older than the kids she's reading to today.
Valentine's Day is over, but we will never run out of love.
In the book, Ruby Valentine delivers to everybody in her town. Well, when we lived in Plymouth, we couldn't quite go to everybody in our town, so we really tried hard to think of people who might really appreciate a Valentine.
Here, guys.
This year, Carly and her family will deliver more than 600 Valentines. She'll see that excitement, that appreciation in the youngest of faces.
Thank you. You're welcome.
The ones who have a lifetime of love to look forward to. And Carly will also deliver to some of the oldest faces.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Thank you so much, honey.
I get a lot of hugs.
Beautiful little girl.
Thank you.
The ones who have a lifetime of love.
Happy Valentine's Day.
To remember. They anticipate a Valentine today.
Have you been working on any puzzles recently?
From a little girl.
There's the one way up in the corner up there.
The eagle?
The big eagle.
They've gotten to know.
I remember you telling me that last time.
Each year,
Carly gives out more Valentines.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Oh, thank you.
Than she did the year before.
Happy Valentine's.
Finding renewed inspiration.
I'll never forget you.
When her small gift touches the heart.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Shannon Slatton, 12 News.
Well, Carly sends letters to friends and family to collect donations for her project. This year, she brought in $4,200.
We both have some tears.
Oh, wow. Neat. Coming up, something magnificently eerie this Valentine's weekend. It's something you'll find at the Yellow Tree Theater.
But first, great performances by some local skiers at the state Nordic meet. John Jacobson has the details. Up next.
Cold weather pushed the start of the state Nordic ski meet back a couple of hours Thursday. It didn't slow some great girls performers from the northwest suburbs. The boys, though, up first in the second race, the Classic. Tom Norman of Armstrong starts fifth. Leo Hipp of Forest Lake races to the line first in 28 minutes, 32 seconds. He holds off Sean Cork of St. Louis Park for the state title. Corey Rao of St. Cloud Tech is third, followed closely by Norman, who moves up one spot from the first race to take fourth overall. Then it's the girls, and Osseo Sarah Bezdacek starts with a 28-second lead after a great freestyle race, and Bezdacek is never threatened. She races to the title in a time of 34 minutes, 16.5 seconds. Second place goes to Michaela Keller-Miller of Wayzata. She's 48 seconds back of Bezdacek. Anna French of Wayzata closes strong, taking fifth and helping the Trojans to the team title. Hannah Rudd of Armstrong is 10th as the Falcons are state runners-up. Here's what some local place winners had to say.
Today was a good day to race. I mean, the sun was shining, the sky was blue, and I feel like I had pretty solid races.
Well, I was shooting for top 10 for sure. I knew I had a chance. There's like 8 girls, 10 girls that anyone could have taken it, so I knew I had a shot, but it was a good day, felt strong, so it all worked out.
The skate race, I was a little tired, but the classic race went really well, and so I was really happy with my finish. It's really fun to win as a team. I like doing well as a team together because then we can share our success, and that's always really fun.
Here are the final team scores for the top 8. Wayzata repeats as girls state champions with 415 points. And Plymouth neighbor Armstrong is second. Then it's Stillwater, Eden Prairie, and Forest Lake. Hopkins is 7th. On the boys' side, Forest Lake takes the title ahead of Duluth East, Stillwater, and Mesabi East. Local entrant Wayzata is 7th. The state gymnastics meet is next weekend in Minneapolis. A handful of local teams were at Irondale Thursday night for the Section 5AA meet. Champlin Park Junior Taylor Gukeen won 2 of the 4 events, including balance beam, with a score of 9.3. She also won the all-around. Maple Grove qualified 2 girls for state, including Kate Acey on the bars. She scores a 9.05 there. Champlin Park was outstanding. They swept the top 4 spots in the floor exercise, including Liz Hammond, who finished second with a score of 9.475. The Rebels capture the Section 5AA title for a second straight season.
I'm really looking forward to team night because lately our team's been really excited and been really positive, so I think it'll be a super fun night for all of us together.
We'll have more from this meet on our Sports Jam show on Channel 12. Champlin Park sets another new school record. They're second in just over 2 weeks to easily win 5AA. Strong outings from Maple Grove and Park Center, who finished second and third. The Section 6AA meet featuring Wayzata and Hopkins is Saturday at noon in Edina. It's almost playoff time in boys hockey. District rivals Osseo and Maple Grove faced off before they get set to compete in Section 5AA. This one on Maple Grove's home ice. Josh Wente sends it up the boards to Sam Huff, who gets it to Josh Passold from the shot and goal. Maple Grove takes a 1-0 lead after 1 period. Osseo comes ready to play, though. Watch the tenacious work by Max Johnson. He spins away from 2 Crimson players, sneaks the shot through, tying it at 1 in the second period. Maple Grove responds. Gavin Miller's point shot hits Matt Vogel's glove and caroms in. The Crimson take a 2-1 lead. Osseo answers on a power play one-timer slap shot from Ben Christofferson. And we're even up again at 2-2. Still in the second, and an Osseo turnover quickly turns into a 2-on-1. Passolt to Vogel, back to Passolt. And that's the game-winning goal. Maple Grove edges Osseo 4-2. It's pretty much an annual ritual in Section 5A girls hockey. Breck and Blake meeting for the title. The second-seeded Mustangs trying to take out the defending state Class A champions. Trailing 2-1 in the third period, Breck's Anna Zumwinkle shoots it on net. The save's made, but Kendall Williamson's there to knock the rebound in, and it's 2-2. This one goes to overtime, and early in the OT, Blake's Carly Lund with a shot, and All-State forward Carly Bullock cleans up on the rebound to score the game and section-winning goal. The Bears are headed to state with a 3-2 win. And Friday night down at Parade will be Wayzata and Minnetonka in the 6AA girls hockey final. Excitement there.
Oh, some good hockey. Thanks a lot, John. We'll be right back.
The Yellow Tree Theater in Osseo has a new production.
This time it is as eerie as the howling wind through dead tree branches on a crisp winter night. Neil Persley delves into the dark details in Weekend Showcase.
Draw on your emotions and on our imaginations.
Forgive me, I'm not an actor.
The Woman in Black is a tale, a ghost story.
This is the trap.
Set in late 1920s England, J.C. Cutler plays a professional theater actor who is hired by an attorney to help him learn how to effectively tell his disturbing story.
He's written this story that he wants to tell his family, a story of something that happened to him, and I'm the one who helps him tell that tale. And so what the play ends up being about is how that story is told and how I get him to slowly become more expressive.
Those most horrible events shall not be treated as amusement or diversion, I insist.
In the twilight of his life, the retired solicitor needs to exorcise some demons concerning a particularly terrifying event which happened to him long ago. Nathaniel Fuller begins the play as Arthur Kipps, but at the instruction of his theatrical mentor, finds himself playing all of the other roles in his tale.
We try to challenge your imagination, and if you're willing to go with that, you can find yourself transported. And the train in which he is to travel the last hour of his journey.
The drama can indeed take you to Crittenden Gifford and the mysterious place Kipps first encountered the Woman in Black.
There's some stories about her. I'm not sure how much I should give away because that's part of the mystery, but she's definitely there, causing all kinds of trouble. And she sears herself into Mr. Kipps's memory. You can only cross the causeway at low tide. That takes you on to Eel Marsh.
For Weekend Showcase, I'm Neil Persley.
The Woman in Black, a ghost play, runs now through March 8th at the Yellow Tree Theater. And that does it for us. Thanks so much for joining us.
Have a great weekend, everyone.